All right, here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Yo, what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is. It's Tuesday night. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chasing. Got the super team of sports talk here with y'all tonight. I'm one half of it. Diego Barishnikov, the Black Dominican Russian. We here live from Miami. I'm here with my partner in crime, my main man, the 6 foot and under post-up champ. Tell them who you are.
What's good, good people? It's your boy Uncle Hate, and I've been celebrating since Sunday night because my team is 4-1. We came down here when we heard the word on the street about this cat getting how he live or work for the Dolphins. We had to come see for ourselves.
Right.
And damn it was true.
Yeah, man. Chris Foster, man, he got that. He legit, man. I'm telling you, down here in Miami, you know what I'm saying? You need a little treatment. Hit Chris up. He'll definitely take good care of you.
I ain't been asleep since Sunday night.
Hey, man, what day is it?
Right. What's good, people?
Well, good people, what's good, man? What's good? Y'all know where we going with that. But we're going to get right on into it tonight. We got a lot of things to touch on. Week 5 recap. We got our Power no, it's not time for Power 5 this week. That's on Thursdays, right? Or is it tonight?
I think it's tonight, but that should be Thursdays.
See, we told y'all Chris had that good stuff.
Yeah.
Got that coming for y'all. But as always, in the club, free before 10 with y'all broke asses. It's open bar. Yes. And tonight, as you can see, there was more on the bar than just liquor. Yeah.
I tell you, I want to say that video dropped Sunday night. I want to say it was like late Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw it, I was like, he can't be this damn stupid.
Right.
He can't be this damn stupid. But I'm not even gonna lie. You know the one thing that made me happy? He wasn't black.
Had to do the old school like your mom used to do in church. Come here, boy. I said I gotta make sure my shit is straight because somebody come watch this show like 30 minutes in, they have missed the skip part and they sit thinking we got shit on our nose.
We treated our noses? Nah. we
go
to work tomorrow.
Yeah, we straight sports, no chasing, but not that straight.
Not that. But man, it's like, damn, a coach, and he told Shawty. I was baffled.
Yeah, I mean, again, Chris Forster, O-line coach for the Miami Dolphins, got caught this week. His dumb ass videotaped himself in the office, snorting coke, filming a video professing his love to some chick. I forget her name. Didn't bother even trying to remember it, but apparently she outed him. So was he making some payments to her and he stopped making payments?
That's what I'm thinking. He had to cut the check off.
Yeah.
He had to. And then she just leaked the tape.
Right.
Yeah, she probably got sent that to TMZ, probably got a good little payday.
Right. She probably could have got more. You're right. Absolutely right. But anyway, so he on the unemployment line now.
Will he get another job?
Probably at like some D3 school.
Probably. All he gotta do is go to rehab. He knows somebody.
Right.
Steve Sarkisian got a damn good ass job. He been drunk, carrying on for years now. But I guess being drunk and DUIs ain't the same as treating your nose on video.
On video.
Yeah.
And it's not the one make it even dumber is like it's not like anybody was sitting off in the cut and was filming him on the low like at a party or something. This dumb ass recorded himself.
Hey man, you can't be going in these clubs, people, looking the girls in the eye. Look away.
Right.
Don't be looking them deep in the eye, because then you're gonna fall in love. Trust, the shit has happened to me before. I ain't been this damn stupid to sit there and do something like this, but them girls will get you when you looking in their eyes. He probably was just caught out there.
Yeah.
But such is life. That's your dumb ass.
Right, do better.
Yeah, basically. Second open bar topic. Jamel Hill caught a 2-week suspension from ESPN for a tweet in regards to boycotting the advertisers or sponsors for the Dallas Cowboys in regards to Jerry Jones on Sunday. They said, I'm assuming it's not paid, right?
I'm not sure. I would assume it's not paid.
Right. Well, how do you feel about this?
I don't.
Okay.
But seriously, I mean, she was speaking truth. Anytime you start talking about boycotting stuff, and we touched on this when we used the shows back talking about how to get the most out of a boycott. When people talking about boycotting NFL in regards to Kaepernick, you got to go after the dollars.
Right.
I'm saying if you really wanted to make a significant impact.
And you've been saying that, not to cut you off, but in regards to our personal chat, what we talked about, that's the only thing you've been saying the whole time is, you may not be watching NFL, but that don't mean nothing when they getting sponsor money. You hit the sponsors. You've been saying that, so.
Right, because the ratings for NFL been down for the last few years. They've been steadily going down for various reasons, but not to go into that again. But the ratings, the ratings been down a little bit, but the revenue is up.
Right.
Ratings don't always equate to revenue.
Right.
That's what I say. Those advertising dollars, those big boys, AT&T, Home Depots, Mercedes-Benz, all these companies. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All these companies out there out here shelling the dollar, so that's what we got to cut it off from.
I guess my thing, why did Jerry jump this off? I mean, you know what? I kind of know why, and we'll talk about it later in a sense. Yeah. But it just don't seem like I don't know.
Owners are about protecting their dollars.
Yeah.
They didn't become billionaires by morals. I can tell you. I don't understand. Big boys like that, money like that, they cutthroat. They care about the money, nothing else really. They'll put on some PR, put on a nice
all that shit was
on the front and do all of that. But behind them closed doors, man, when them deals are made, man, they don't give a fuck about all that.
And the whole time, motherfuckers was happy talking about, they kneel for the anthem. It was not about the protest the Cap started. It was about him 45 coming at the league. It was never about. I ain't heard not one of them owners come out at that weekend and say,
right,
we're about social injustice. No, they was about the league getting attacked. But
exactly,
I'm kind of over it at this point.
Back to Jamel. This was nothing. I mean, she did say in the tweets, I believe that, she was not saying go boycott, but she was just basically saying if you want to do it, this is what you would do. So, I don't know if that maybe probably walks the company line too much. And the fact that she was just in a little heat the other week, even though she shouldn't have been in my regard, but, that's how it is with the piece. You got to be politically correct in a lot of those cases.
Yeah, free speech ain't free no more.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's, it's just fucked up that she, she's being basically the face of this shit.
She really is.
You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. That's crazy. Now, that it's tiring at this point because the talk is not even on what this shit started about.
At all.
What it's supposed to be about.
At all.
And that was the whole goal from the jump, from the opposition was, let's talk about all this other stuff. And eventually, that other stuff will go away. What they really talking about, that'll go away. And now it's just a convoluted pile of shit.
Yeah, I'm just over it. Like you said, it's not about what it started for. So,
right.
I'm just over it. Let's jump on into it. Week 5 just wrapped up last night, and solid week of football. We had our first round of the byes this week. So let's run down these scores real quick. New England beat Tampa Bay 19-14. My Panthers beat Detroit 27-24. Cincy beat Buffalo 20-16. The Browns lost to the Jets 17-14. The Jets on a 3-game winning streak. The 49ers lost to the Colts 26-23. Dolphins beat Tennessee Titans 16-10. The LA Chargers beat the Giants 27-22. The Cardinals lost to the Eagles 34-7. The Jacksonville Savages beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 30-9.
That's their new name?
They the Jacksonville Savages, cuz that's them. Where was I at? The Ravens went out to Oakland, beat the Raiders 30-7. Seattle beat the Rams 16-10. Green Bay, we're gonna talk about this in a minute, but Aaron Rodgers snatched their heart out yet again, 35-31. Kansas City beat Houston 42-34. And Minnesota and the Bears played last night on Monday Night Football, and Minnesota won 20-17. Man, few of these games before we get into the big ones. We ain't gonna go too deep on Pittsburgh, but them Savages went up there and kicked their ass, cuz.
Yeah, they really did. They let Leonard Fournette run all over them. Blake Bortles didn't even have 100 yards passing in this game, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a damn shame.
They had 30 points.
That's a damn shame.
Hey, who saw this coming? I mean, I think I had Jacksonville pegged to maybe win 4 or maybe 5 games this year, maybe at the most.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to run away with the division, though, because I still think Tennessee is right there. So as much as people saying they got a good chance to win it, they do. But that's actually going to be a tight division.
It really is because, with the Colts, beating us, the 49ers on Sunday, I think they're 2-3 now.
Yeah.
I guess at some point Luck is actually going to come back.
I'm thinking week 7 or 8.
I would say, when is their bye?
Yeah, that's a good question. That'll probably be when they play. That's probably it.
So, as long as they hanging around, Jacoby Brissett looking a little more comfortable back there. So, Mariota got some hamstring problems right now. So, every team got something that they kind of dealing with. So, I think 9-7 is probably going to be 9-7, 10-6 tops is probably what this division going to be as far as a winner.
Yeah.
I like what – I mean, I have to give them their props. I mean, nobody can sit out here and tell me unless you a diehard Jacksonville fan, and the only one I know, I don't even really know him, that's Lil Duval.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can't tell me that you had this coming from the Jags.
It's not supposed to be this way. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the year Baltimore won the Super Bowl. Not to say these cats don't win the Super Bowl, but you remember Trent Dilfer couldn't throw the ball 20 yards down the field. All they had was Jamal Lewis and a defense. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all these guys had.
The first Baltimore Super Bowl, you're right.
Yeah. Same shit. So I hope you got your bags packed, Blake Bortles. I hope you do. You will not be on this team next year. Carson Wentz had a solid game, 4 touchdowns. The Cardinals are just I want to say I said this a couple weeks ago. When did they get bad? When did their defense stop being what it was?
Yeah, I guess probably about 2 years ago, I would say. You started declining a little bit. But the Cardinals, they never, ever play good in those early games going east. Never. They get their ass kicked every time they go east and play a 1 o'clock game, pretty much. So, Carson Wentz is looking good, man. They got their quarterback of the future there. So the Eagles looking good right now, man. Eagles looking good right now.
We're going to see about them on Thursday night. What up, Kane? What up, Ice? We're going to see about them on Thursday. Anyway, let's not waste no more time. Let's get into these games.
All right.
We're going to do our 5 games of the week. New England and Tampa Bay. New England won this game, and I got a question for you starting off. What do you think about Jameis Winston right now?
Shitload of potential. He's still not putting it all together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He still trying to fit balls in too many tight windows. Incomplete passes, and you seeing 3, sometimes 4 defenders around in the screenshot. Like, man, come on, Jameis.
Jameis will throw that shit. He'll throw it.
I don't see.
Look at this stat line. You think he had a solid game. You would think he did. All of this shit came in the 4th quarter.
Right. Yeah, those first couple quarters, they weren't getting it going. I was wondering why they wouldn't run the ball even more because Doug Martin had it going.
Doug Martin looked good.
So, on defense, I didn't realize how many people they actually had out still. I know they had a lot of people out the previous week, but I thought some of them was coming back. But apparently only Brent Grimes came back.
You remember last Thursday, I was itching to take them, but I said, nah, they had a lot of cats on defense.
Right.
That was out. So I said, I'm going to stay away. But it seems like they never have it all at the same time. Either offense clicking or the defense hurt.
I was too scared to change my pick, but yeah, you're right. So,
I don't know what to think. I really don't. It's like I like Jameis. He a leader. I like that about him, but you can't coach up decision making. You can not see them 3 damn people and throw the ball or not.
Yeah, I mean, but I think they'll be okay, especially when they get better on. They get those guys back on defense. I think they'll get in the hunt. I don't see them as a division winner, or division contender as I thought they may sneak in there and be before the season. But they could possibly still sneak in there and compete for that wild card if they go ahead and get their act together.
I'm pretty positive. I'm gonna step out and say this. It's gonna be 2 teams from the South in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Since that's stepping out there for real because Washington's okay right now. Dallas is still in the hunt. It ain't gonna be nobody from the North but Green Bay.
Right, nobody from the NFC West but the division winner. So I mean, you could possibly get 3 teams from the South. Both wild cards could possibly come from one division, depending on what those records looking like. So, it's kind of like the AFC West on the other side.
Yeah, that's a bloodbath. I tell you what, man, if we ain't learned one thing, we learned that Jacquizz Rodgers is not held in high esteem in the coaching staff side. How do come off suspension and get all the work? How does that work?
Got it all. This is after they was saying the whole time that, hey man, we've been telling Doc Martin it ain't guaranteed that he got a job when he come back. That's what you've been saying the whole time. But as soon as he come back, he got that work.
Okay, Gronk didn't play yet again. This was late. I want to say that shit came down like Thursday afternoon.
Yeah,
right before the game.
Yeah, like 6 o'clock or so.
Right. I know we talked about his deal before. I think they probably budgeted in that deal for Gronk not to play no more than 10, 11 games, 12 at the most. Because this is his MO. He gets hurt.
Right, because remember his deal is I'm not sure if is that the deal that year kick in this year or is this next year, but he got all the incentives based on how many games or certain incentives,
games and numbers and yards and stuff.
Yeah. So this is on one game he's missed, so we'll see how it go.
How old is that cat? Like 27?
27, 28, somewhere around there.
All those surgeries catch up with you at some point, so I'm not surprised, but damn.
Hey. Yeah.
I was expecting more from Tampa Bay's offense. I mean, I know we talked about Jameis, but Mike Evans only had 5 balls, 49 yards. That New England secondary, people don't be fooled. Looking at these stats, they still ain't good. They won this game, but they're still not good. So
yeah, but I think they may be trending up. We're gonna see.
Yeah, I mean, they got the Jets next week, so they'll get right come Sunday. If they lose to the Jets.
Yeah.
Woo! That ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
I'm gonna throw a sleeper out there. Fantasy people, Patriots defense, and put it out there just like that.
Oh yeah, against the Jets, that's feasible.
I mean, Jets been putting up some points, and the Patriots defense ain't really been looking good, but they play good against the Jets, and this will be a week they go ham. Watch.
Yeah, turn around. They're at home too, so it's possible. All right, Panthers and the Lions. I got them. I got the hat on. I got my shirt. We went up there in a game we were not supposed to win in everybody's eyes. And we controlled the game up until probably the last, 5 minutes of the fourth, and we took our foot off the gas, started going conservative. Cam Newton looked good, cuz.
Yeah. Cam looked good. What he threw for 355, 3 touchdowns, 141.8 rating.
Only missed 7 passes. Only 7. That's 2 weeks in a row. And he looked good throwing the ball.
Yeah, I mean, and it was good that he was on his game because they damn sure didn't get anything out of the run game. Jonathan Stewart had 18 carries, 21 yards.
I ain't even put McCaffrey. I don't think I need to be listing him at this point because he's not a factor in the run game. You know, all of you cats who took him early in fantasy, if you were in PPR, I feel sorry for you. But Ed Dickson couldn't catch a cold when he was in Baltimore. Couldn't catch a cold in Charlotte the last 2-3 years.
Right.
And he finally got some hands on him, huh?
5 catches, 175 yards.
Damn.
Now, will this be? Remember that one game? I think we hinted on it a couple weeks ago. Remember that Larry Donnell for the Giants had that big monster ass game, and then they hear shit else from him no more.
He had 65 yards, I believe, last week against New England, but that's against New England.
Okay.
I mean, in that offense, you running up the middle. I mean, you got to worry about McCaffrey underneath. You got to worry about Stu. The wide receivers are actually catching the ball this year. So he should be getting single coverage with a linebacker all day long.
Yeah.
Just got to catch the ball.
I mean, I like the game Devin Funchess played Sunday too.
I like him. But it took some time, but I think it's hard to keep all them mouths fed because when Olsen's there, Olsen is the number one target. So Funchess was only going to get whatever was left, third or fourth, option. But the one good thing about this game, too, I don't think Cam ran the ball but twice.
Which is good, yeah. You don't want him taking a whole lot of hits. So maybe Greg Olsen being out was a blessing in disguise because, even though he was the number one option, I think he's a guy that's willing to, give up opportunities to other guys. I think he was more or less the number one option because they didn't have anybody else.
Right, yeah, they didn't.
You know what I'm saying? So if these receivers can get going, he's on IR with designated to return.
Yeah, he's only supposed to be 8 weeks.
Okay. So you get him back late in the season once these receivers are going. I think he'll fall right back into place once he get, cardio and all that shit back going. Hey, who knows what this season could be looking like? It's early.
It's early.
You know what I'm saying? For y'all to start off really kind of slow, and by your admission, mine, a lot of people kind of look like shit through 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
If they going up to New England, beating them, even though, they ain't really playing like the Patriots of old. It's still the Patriots. That was still a big road win.
Right.
Now you go to Detroit, another team. Some people, including myself, picked against you. Now you just keep it rolling. Now let's keep it rolling.
Yeah. So, 3 road wins out of the first 5. That's a good look.
Right.
Very good look.
And Cam, if you're watching or listening on Spreaker, AA Sports, straight sports, no chasing. But no stupid shit.
None.
No dumb shit in press conferences.
Just lay low.
Yeah, nothing crazy that's going to bring any outside distracting or any negative attention taken away from y'all play right now because y'all going in the right direction and, keep it going. Keep it moving.
Let me ask you before we jump off of this. I don't like any of the wide receivers for the Lions. Do you like any of them?
I like Golden Tate, but not as a number one.
I think that's my problem. I feel like they got what Bo said, they got a handful of low spades.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a true number one on this team, and you just got a lot of cats underneath. I mean, Marvin Jones is good for the deep ball every blue moon, but I don't care for their receiving core.
They gave him a nice little bit of money, Marvin Jones, that is, to come there. And I was kind of scratching my head when they did it because he's not consistent. He's going to give you one good game every 5 or 6 games.
Because if you're the third receiver on a team, how can they pay you number one money on another team? He was behind A.J. Green and Mohamed Sanu, and they paid him this real money to go there.
He got that payday off of maybe like a 5 or 6 game stretch. I want to say A.J. was out.
Yeah.
Or Sanu was out, or one of the two was out. And, he played good for about 5 or 6 games in the early part of the season one year with the Bengals. The Bengals don't never do shit good late. So
we're going to jump off of this one, but I got one more thing to say about that. Eric Ebron, you're a Tar Heel. You suck, Holmes. You suck real bad. I don't know what they can teach you about catching the ball. I don't know what. You suck, Holmes.
Man, he's bad.
That's all you can say.
I used to like to give him somewhat of a benefit of the doubt because I see the talent there, and he played. He was decent at North Carolina. I can't remember whether he had the drops issues or not.
He couldn't have. They took him
pretty high overall. Yeah, I was like, yeah, he's a first round pick.
10 overall.
Hey, but it is Detroit.
That's true. That's true. All right, Rams in Seattle. I believe we said last week on here we was gonna start to find out last week we were gonna start to find out what was really good with these Rams because their schedule was starting to pick up. They got it done in Dallas. They should have won this game in Seattle, against Seattle. They should have won this game. That defense stepped up. Defense forced 5 turnovers in that game. 5. Trust me, I know because they did work on me in fantasy. But that offense, man, you got 39 yards combined from your running backs. Russell Wilson threw the ball 37 times and they had but 198 yards. That offense. People, y'all wonder why it's a line down the middle between defense and offense? They're not getting it
done. Not at all. I mean, another Doug Baldwin. That's supposed to be your number one. They paid him a lot. They played him a nice little piece of change too, didn't they? Mm-hmm. 4 catches, 37 yards. That's been more or less what he gives you. That run game is atrocious. It
ain't much to say.
It's really not. I'm looking at it. I'm like, Seattle had 241 total yards to the Rams 375 yards. But you know the big difference in the game, people? When you go 0 for 4 in the red zone,
you
turn the ball over 5 times. That's how you lose when you gain somebody by almost 140 yards. Yeah, that's how you lose the game.
The more I do these stats and look at this, the way we got it set up now, you see that these games be a lot closer than these stats dictate. Because these scores be one way, but you just looked at these stats, you be like, shit, they got their ass whooped. They won.
Right.
Yeah. They won the game.
Yeah.
But something got to shake with that.
They say it's just, I don't have anything. There's nothing you can say.
No, nothing.
What's really going to be the telltale sign for this team, and when shit really going to hit the fan and blow up, is come late in the season when they talking about playoff positioning and seeding or in the playoffs, and Seattle's offense ain't hitting no shit, and that defense is playing lights out. Shit going to hit the fan then.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. All right, people, we're going to step to this next game, Dallas and Green Bay. Can we go ahead and just change that from Jerry's world to Aaron's house?
It's like Green Bay got Dallas's number, like Atlanta got Green Bay's number.
Right. The sad part, because Dallas and them marched down there and got that touchdown, and I knew damn well they was going to lose that game.
Everybody knew it because Troy Aikman wouldn't let us forget it. Just people saying that shit when they got to like the 50.
It's like you knew.
Yep.
You knew. All right, one takeaway I have from that game, I like Aaron Jones as a running back. I don't know how I feel about him. Montgomery was a converted running back anyway. That kid looked good.
He looks good running the ball. So, Ty Montgomery going to have to watch his back. But as of right now, I think Ty's still going to be the guy because Aaron still ain't up to speed on like a lot of the blitz pickups and shit. So that's going to be his downfall. But I can definitely see him starting to get the carries.
10 carries a game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Aaron didn't even really have no monster game stat wise. I mean, he threw for 221. He had 3 touchdowns. For him, only throwing the ball 29 times that's kind of low for him normally.
I think Dallas controlled
the clock a lot of. I think Dallas controlled a lot of the clock too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they
won time possession by 11 minutes. So
Devontae Adams damn near broke his neck a week and a half ago. Damn near broke his neck, people. Yep. He ate them alive on that damn that little go route in the corner.
Yeah.
It's hard to say he's the number one.
I've been thinking about that. But Jordy's still Jordy. But this kid here, he's coming along. They've been high on him for the last couple of years, and his problem been
the drops.
The drops been his problem the last couple of years. So if he can get over that, the physical tools, man, he got it.
Yeah, he was an animal on that outside for real. Like you said, Aaron didn't throw the ball much. Got sacked 4 times.
Yeah.
Dez Bryant. You know, you look at this sheet and you say Dez Bryant 5 for 52 with a TD. I don't.
It's not a lot. They need a speed guy.
Yeah.
That's just all to it. They need a speed guy. They got a slot guy. They need to start getting a tight end ready because Jason Witten is 150. It's painful watching him run. But yet he's still catching 8 balls for 61 yards. Who in the hell is checking him?
Man, he caught them 8 this week. I had him on my fantasy team 2 weeks before that. He ain't catching out 1 ball in 2 weeks.
So he got 2 weeks work this week. But yeah, that's all they need. I mean, you got Dak is keeping them in these games. We had a Zeke sighting this week.
He carried the ball 29 times though to get those yards.
Yeah, I mean, but them good hard runs though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the next step Dallas needs is they need a secondary like yesterday.
Yeah.
They need a speed guy as far as to make Dez. You're talking about making Dez a factor. They need a speed guy. I think they still got enough to win when you talk about that offensive line and that run game. You know, it's still enough there. But this offseason, I would start looking at some more offensive weapons. Like I said, you got to do something with that defense, man.
I tell you, again, looking at the stat sheet, you would think Dallas won this game. You really would think they did.
Yeah, and they had opportunities to.
All right, last up, the Sunday night game. Kansas City Chiefs beat the Houston Texans.
And now that I'm looking at it, every game we covered so far, the team that lost a turnover battle lost a game.
Take the ball, you tend to win.
That's how it works in this league, people.
But Kansas City Chiefs, they're 5-0.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't never seem to really be in trouble in this game at all.
Yeah, this game was a little blurry to me after halftime.
Okay.
So I was looking at the back of my eyelids on the couch. I fall into that trap a lot on these Sunday night games.
A lot of them ain't good.
Not only that, but you be to sit there like all day.
Yeah.
Especially when them London games come on at 9:30 in the morning. I mean, that's all day.
Yes, that's all day. Like the entire day, sir.
I mean, I love football, but I'll be like, damn.
Did you imagine in your wildest dreams that Deshaun Watson would be balling like this the last 3 weeks?
Probably not this soon. You know what I'm saying? But he killing it. He's reminding me of how Dak started off killing it last year.
Because I want to say they done put up 40 points the last 2 weeks on average. Because they beat the hell out of Tennessee last week.
Yeah, I think they put a 50 burger up on them.
Now, what did they do Sunday?
It was 57-14. Yeah, 57-14 was the score against the Titans, I believe.
They put 34 this week. And I want to say they put 30 on New England.
Yeah, they did. I think it was 33-30. New England won that game.
So the offense is doing their part. And the defense had a bad day on Sunday.
Yeah, this could be season tilting for them.
Is it too soon to start the whole JJ's off that shit? That's why he keep getting hurt talk.
I mean, I blame this shit on you because you started that shit last week. You did say that last week that his supplements weren't quite right. Wink, wink. So it was only fitting that this happened because you had him winning every award, MVP, defensive
I sure did.
comeback player of the year. So you pulled a Steffi bad news on him. So
I did.
You ain't welcome in the city of Houston. I can.
No, I'm not.
You ain't welcome there.
Don't be mad at me. Shit. It's a reason why this cat was all pumped up, knocking folks out. Now he can't stay healthy to save his life. I mean, okay, let me tell you this. Did you ever think that Jadeveon Clowney would be more healthy than J.J. Watt?
I know, right? Over the last 2 years, that's what it's been. But I think, but to me, I think the bigger losses.
Merciless. Yeah.
You know, because you can see some things that Kansas City started exploiting with them linebackers in the middle of that field. You know, when he went out, he was a big reason that defense stayed afloat. Was a top rate defense last year, even without Watt. So now you don't have Watt sacks, and you don't have Merciless. So now Clowney is definitely going to be getting double chipped. It's going to be rough for him to get to the quarterback unless somebody else steps up.
Shot, if somebody offered me a third for him, I'm gonna take it.
A third for who?
JJ.
How old is he?
28, but I'm thinking about the money he's owed.
I say, yeah, he got a lot of money owed.
Yeah, so shit, I get off under that. I take that third. You know what? A third and a fifth. Third and a fourth, third and a fifth, somewhere around there. Hell, name value alone might get you a second. You know he's gonna be putting out them old fuck shit workout videos. He in the woods and shit. Down tree. You know that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I don't think they will, because this one, I mean, it was more like a freak kind of injury. You know what I'm saying? So
he already has not touched the quarterback this year. Now I know we talk about pressures, and you know I should have pulled that stat up today to see what his pressures were looking like.
But yeah, he still didn't have no sacks.
None.
So he finished the season with no sacks. We'll see. But I think he just means too much to that, just to the city, just outside of football. It's going to be one of those things that I can't see them letting him go.
You know who should be the MVP of that city? Deshaun Watson. Because Deshaun Watson, he gonna save Bill O'Brien's job, and they gonna ball and put up enough points to where ain't nobody gonna look at JJ being gone and how he sucked before he left. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, we really gonna be straight. JJ coming back next year. Deshaun Watson is saving jobs there. Saving jobs.
Bill O'Brien was on his way out the door, if you ask me.
What you think about Alex Smith had another good game. Kareem Hunt grinded it out, got another 100 yards. It's the best I've seen Alex Smith play. It's 5 weeks in. The best I've seen him.
I think they still need a receiver.
Well, they definitely need a receiver because I'm not sold on this Tyreek Hill thing. I wasn't when they cut Macklin.
No, not at all. I mean, Tyreek Hill is a good player, but he can't be your number one receiver.
No.
They lost the boy Conley to a season-ending Achilles Sunday. So he's done. And you got just, Travis Kelce left? And who else you got at receiver?
Man.
I can't even name them. If Alex Smith would have been playing this year and throwing the ball down the field last year, they still have Jeremy Macklin.
You know what? This whole situation even further highlights the dumb shit Anquan Bolden did signing with Buffalo. Because he would be free to sign with a legit team right now.
Well, I mean, and he still could if
they own his rights. Would you let him go?
Oh, that's right.
I wouldn't.
I'm sure they would.
But nevertheless, Deshaun Watson's balling. Will Fuller came back, got 2 touchdowns. DeAndre Hopkins, how you feel now, DeAndre? You still on that Tom Savage train? How you feel?
And I think, I don't think he really believed that to start with. He was doing he was just doing the right thing.
Did he make that comment before he got his bread? Trying to be a team player? Because he got his bread like right before the season, I believe.
I'll say, it was like early camp. It might have been after like mini camp or something. He said that.
He was trying to be a team player. Make sure he got his bread.
Yeah, that's all that was. And, and letting the rookie know, hey, you still got work to do, you know what I'm saying? They have an event coming in here endorsing the rook right off the top, so,
I ain't believe that shit to begin with. Them boys went to Clemson. I ain't believe that. They was homeboys.
but looking at this, this is kind of eye-popping. DeAndre Hopkins had 4 balls, 52 yards, 3 touchdowns, but he had 12 targets. What's going on with the connection there?
David, he tries to force the ball to him, too. He tries to force speaking of forcing the ball, this is random. AB had 19 targets on Sunday.
Well, Ben threw the ball damn near 60 times.
19 targets. So clearly Ben was trying to make shit right by forcing the ball to him.
I mean, when you don't run the ball, because they didn't run the ball Sunday, And the quarterback throws, I think it was 57 times he threw. Yeah, I can see AB getting 19 of them. Now, where did the other 36 go? That's still a lot of balls left.
That's a lot of balls.
Even with him getting 19.
That's a lot of balls. Boy, they got some shit to figure out up there. They got some shit to figure out.
Yeah. But again, another winnable division, so Pittsburgh will be all right.
They still there. They still there. All right, let's get into our champs and chumps of the week.
Champs and chumps. Let's go.
You did your homework this week? You ready?
I did my homework this week. I did. Kind of.
We're going to call you to the front of the class this week because you was deficient last week.
Yeah, I didn't do shit last week. So this week, starting off with my champs, I got Devontae Adams. We just touched on it. The boy damn near died 10 days ago. And came back into this game and, had a decent game, 7 catches, 66 yards, but 2 big touchdowns. I think he had the first touchdown to get him on the board, and he had the last one to win the game. Shout out to Devontae, not missing any time. We put him up there with Anquan Bolden broke his face and was back. And was up in 2 weeks or something, he was back. And right up there with Dirk getting that new leg and coming back after a week. Yeah. So shout out to Devontae. My next champ, Leonard Fournette, running all over Pittsburgh ass. Wrong ass man. We were laughing at him preseason when he was like, man, this is easy. He was like, hold on, young, just slow your roll. It might be easy for him. So, and this was with Blake Bortles not being able to throw the ball. So, hey, shout out to Leonard Fournette. Keep doing your thing. My last champ, this one might surprise you. Picked this one up last night. Jared McKinnon came in and helped save the day for the Vikings. Latavius Murray started the game, but of course that didn't work out well. Jared McKinnon had a 70, 80-yard run or something. Yeah. And then he finished up with some nice runs in the second half. So I think he played very good. What you got on the champs?
All right, first champ, I got Carson Wentz. Solid game. He put up 4 touchdowns. Alshon Jeffrey was taken away by Patrick Peterson, and he had to make the other champ work. Got it done. Solid win for the boy. Second champ, Cameron Newton. 2 weeks in a row, you putting up good numbers. Like the homie Al said, keep it low. Don't say nothing stupid. Don't be over-talking, making up words like you do.
Right. Please, Cam, please. Just
stop. Just keep it low. We flying under the radar right now. Don't nobody believe we're going to win anyway. Number 3, this one's a surprise. Joe Flacco.
With something good?
Yeah, he actually let the ball go this week.
Okay.
I think this was a situation like Cam. Flacco didn't pretty much participate in camp. So the first 2-3 weeks, 3-4 weeks, that was pretty much his camp.
Right.
The ball looked good coming out of his hands, Sunday. And if they can get some offense with that defense, that'll be okay.
Okay.
All right, my chumps. I'm going to start the chumps off.
Go ahead.
Number 1, Big Ben.
Yo, boy.
Did you call yourself out this week, Ben? Did you?
I just got to play better. Maybe I don't have it anymore. I don't know.
We said last week we weren't feeling this cat. We said it. We said it's just the way he's moving right now. We're not feeling him.
Right.
And we tiptoed around it last week. We was like, hey, if this game was in Jacksonville will win this game.
Right. It's like we wanted to call it, but we were scared to.
Because they normally play good at home.
Yeah.
This shit wasn't expected. Nobody comes up there and whoops their ass like this.
Yeah.
But it happened. What was on Miss Diego? How was she taking this?
I was downstairs watching games, flipping through games. She was upstairs watching that game, and I just kept hearing, fuck. Come on, Ben.
5, shawty. He threw back-to-back pick sixes.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. 5 motherfucking picks.
You know what? He should get a champ by the Jacksonville Jaguars on their behalf.
Yeah, honorable member.
From the Jacksonville Jaguars for throwing them 5 picks. You ain't going to win that way, people. That's just not going to happen. They got some shit going on up there in Pittsburgh. They got some shit they got to figure out. A whole lot. My second chunk goes to the New York Giants defense. They done lost the last 2 or 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, on last drive.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they pay these cats a lot of money last year?
A lot of money wrapped up in that defense. And
they can't stop nobody at this point. Hey, Odell's gone. Brandon Marshall's gone. Shepard might play. Lawrence Taylor ain't walking through that door.
Tank.
Yeah.
The Giants might end up with a worse record than the Jets.
They're going to lose Sunday to Denver, so they're going to be 0-6.
Oh, they absolutely are going to lose to Denver. With no receivers?
You think how many games think they're going to win the rest of the way?
I had to look at their schedule, but they don't have any receivers.
Over under 3.
They don't have any receivers.
And they don't have
a run game. What the fuck are they going to do?
You know what? I'm 3 games at the most. At the most.
Bruh.
They might not win 3.
Sunday, Evan Ingram said he had to start playing receiver routes. He the tight end.
Okay, guys, let's play a quick game. So who they gonna call in? Chad and T.O. already tried.
I've been waiting on my phone to ring all week. They answer my DM. So
Vincent Jackson, Harry Douglas.
I'm trying to think who out there. Hey, matter of fact, I think I got to go watch it today. The Undefeated put out a story on Josh Gordon.
They gotta let him loose first. I don't think they gonna. I don't understand what they're doing.
Cleveland still got the rights to him, right?
Yeah. Go ahead and tank, y'all.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be real dicey when they tank, and Eli's still sitting there, and they gotta take a quarterback in the top 3.
They better do it.
They better do it. Now I let Eli ass walk. You know what? I trade Eli back down there to Tom Coughlin. You can have him. You can have him. Second or third. To do it. And you know what? They'll do it.
Tom Coughlin would.
He sure would. All right, my final chunk goes to Mike Pence and Jerry Jones. People, please don't believe the hype. That was what you might call a publicity stunt.
A bad one.
This begins in San Francisco. They have rolled with Cap from day one. You carry your ass to the game with them, and you walk out as soon as they protest. Come on, fam.
Knowing and this was before, we've always had anywhere from 30 to 40 players out of 53 kneeling. So he knew coming to our game he was going to get what he was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But he had certain staff and whatnot not even come into the stadium because he knew what he was going to do.
They knew what they were going to do.
So just more diversion, trying to deflect and change the narrative. We ain't buying that shit.
Watch for the hook, people.
Right, you get a hard chunk. You get a hard chunk.
All right, I ain't got to talk about Jerry. We touched on that earlier. You know what, Zeke? You a wild animal. 97% of the time. Boy, I sure like to see you kneel. I sure would like to see what Jerry would do.
Him and Dak.
Dak ain't gonna do that shit. That's Russell Wilson 2.0. He ain't gonna do that shit.
Oh man, I hope you're not as square as Russell.
Hey. You know what? I'll be 2 for 2 on my conspiracies because I sure dropped that shit on JJ Watt. That's gonna prove.
Oh boy, you taking over my shit now.
Ain't nobody take your spot. Nobody, my friend. You are the conspiracy theorist.
Oh man. All right, so going with my chump. Speaking of the Giants, and this ain't gonna be talked about on the mainstream because his injury obviously overshadowed it. But I'm giving the chump to Odell pre-injury for standing over there on the sidelines, having to be so crying. What the fuck was that about?
Cuz was massaging him. What the hell? What the fuck? What the entire fuck was that?
I was like, oh my God, they gonna kill his ass in the media Monday, and then he broke his ankle.
Man, we knew. We're old because I ain't understand that.
No, not at all. My second my second chump, ESPN.
Yeah.
And my third and final one, baseball in general. Watching these playoffs, you've had teams win a wild cards game. I won't even call it a series; it was just one game. And then the teams that just won these last series, why the fuck are they having champagne baths and shit like they really won something in the locker room? I'm not getting that. I can see ALDS at the most.
Yeah.
I can see that. But for a wild card game, y'all popping champagne?
Hey, cuz that's real stressful. That one game playoff to get in, that's stressful.
Man, I guess if you didn't play, I guess you didn't play 162 all summer and win that one. I guess the emotions coming out. I don't know. But baseball players, they just like to drink any damn way.
They do.
Beer and shit in the clubhouse all the time. So, but that's just funny, man. They celebrating like that, and they ain't won shit.
All right, let me run off my piss to bed and my Savage Awards for the week. My piss to bed, I got two of them. Number one, Cooper Kupp. You're a rookie. You got damn good hands 98% of the time. Should have caught that ball, son. Should have caught that ball. He had his hands on it.
On it.
Should have caught that ball.
They would have been, what, 5-1?
Yeah.
4-1. 5-1?
No, they've been 4-1.
Yeah, this is week 6 coming up, right?
Week 6 coming up.
All right.
Hey, you should have caught that ball, son. It's all. Should have caught that ball. And my second,
your 2-game lead over Seattle.
Right. My second piss to bed goes to the Boston Red Sox as a staff, record label, and a crew. You cannot have the third highest payroll in Major League Baseball, and you get put out the playoffs every damn year in the first round. It just don't make no sense.
Unless you lose to the people who got the first or second highest payroll.
Who they lose to?
I don't know. I'm just.
They lost to Houston. No, they just came to the AL. No, and that's a team full of youngins.
I'm about to say Houston been bad for years, so I think Houston is kind of like a couple years back when the Royals had all the young boys take them. But they won the series that year, didn't they?
They went to the World Series 2 years in a row. They won the second year.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think that's kind of how Houston is now. They got a good farm system, from my understanding. They got the young guys up. So.
And the crazy thing about this situation, there is no salary cap in baseball, so they're gonna turn right back around. They're gonna trade for the dude down there in Miami, and add another bat to that payroll, because that's what they do. They spend money. That's what they do.
Man, they put Giancarlo Stanton up there in Boston with that short-ass field. Them balls going to be flying over that damn green monster left and right.
Hey, you saw when they did Derek Jeter's introductory press conference. So what do you think about Stanton? I don't know.
A word?
I don't know. We're going to do what's best for the team. Pack your bags, homie.
He ain't trying to get him $300 million.
He's already on that $300 contract. They just don't want to keep paying that shit.
That's right.
Ain't nobody going to them damn games. Shit.
Bryce Harper is the one that got to come up and get his money.
He about to get set straight. All right,
I heard he's on $400.
Oh, he'll get it. He'll get it. That's what I'm saying. Young Diego need to be hitting the ball off that tee ASAP.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Learn how to throw a slider or something.
And I'm gonna rename this award on the page next week until I see otherwise. The Jacksonville Jaguars Savage Award for the week. Jags, man. Jags, man.
Let's go ahead and put in a petition to change their name from the Jags to the Savages.
You know what? We should go down there and pick it. You know the national coverage we would get for that shit? People would jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that defense is legit. Damn shame they dealing with their situation is worse than Seattle. At least Russell Wilson is competent.
Yeah.
But tough shit, man. You ain't got no damn offense. I mean, you ain't got no defense. I'm sorry, no offense.
Yeah.
But what I've been saying on the low, give Alex Smith that money this summer. Trade.
Go to Jacksonville? You think? Because they definitely have the money.
Yeah. Matter of fact, he's still under contract.
Yeah.
Trade for him.
Yeah. And
what Kansas City gonna do? Demand first?
I wonder if we can get him. I wonder if we don't get Kirk Cousins in San Francisco, would he come back?
You know, if I was y'all, I'd take Cousins over him because I think
Cousins would be the first choice.
But he's younger too.
Because he's younger, right? But I'm saying if for whatever reason, Cousins in Washington work their differences out, and we have to go to a backup plan. If Smith gonna play like that, I think he would want to go to a contender at this age in his career. We gonna be still kind of up and coming. So
yeah,
just throwing that out there. All right, so is it time for my pitch to bed
Savage Award.
All right, I couldn't really find any worthy candidates from NFL, so I'm going college on both.
Okay.
My pitch to bed goes to Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan Wolverines, losing yet again to Michigan State on your home field. At some point, Jim Harbaugh got to win these big games, man.
I heard something sexy a couple weeks ago about him.
What's that?
Big Jim coming with that bag.
Jim Irsay?
Yep.
He did used to play there.
And he coached Luck in college. I heard he coming with that bag, cuz.
Hey. Very possible. Very possible. So yeah, they get my pitch to bed award this week. My Savage award this week.
Give it to him.
It's gonna go to them UGA Bulldogs in that run game, baby. I'm gonna run these numbers off to y'all real quick as we whoop the shit out of Vanderbilt. I mean, it's Vanderbilt. We should have, but still, we did what we're supposed to do. But Chubb, 16 carries, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns. Sony Michel, 12 carries, 150 yards. No, when you do only on 12 carries, that's 150. 150 yards, 1 touchdown. And even there was a Holyfield boy sighting. Young Holyfield, Vander Holyfield's son, 7 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown. Total, UGA ran for 423 yards. That's a savage right there. Shout out to the UGA run game.
I was skeptical coming into this year about Kirby. Kirby looking like the right choice right now. I like the energy, the defense, the boys up they playing, and they picked up a quarterback. Gonna have the best quarterback in the year from this draft class. So shout out to UGA. Shout out to him.
Got Fromm playing well. Still got Easton, and like you said, just got next year the number one quarterback. Well, number one, I guess, spread quarterback, I think they said, but he just committed earlier this week. So,
because if we keep this defense with a spread offense, you know all that is and he knows because he was Nick Saban's DC.
Yeah, he knows
their weaknesses.
Right. The only thing, damn, I just lost my train of thought that quick. What was we just talking about? Oh,
Kirby.
Yeah. The only thing that we got to figure out how to do is get the good weed out of Athens. Because they can't seem to keep their hands off of the weed down in Athens. Starting middle linebacker, I forget his name. I think it was Marquez, I think.
Yeah.
Second arrest last week from weed. Word on the street, he may be suspended 4 games. Come on, man. Yeah, the weed must be really good in Athens because these players can't keep their hands off of it.
That's hurting your draft stock, homie. Because at some point you're going to want to go pro. And the NFL don't forget shit. Nothing. So,
right.
All right, jump in the last call, which, like we said last week, is basically NBA talk. So we have to rename this at some point. Joel Embiid. Is he not a winner at life?
What did he play, 31 games?
31 games in 3 years. And you got handed $148 million with the chance to make another 30.
Oh, my God. And I'll tell you, yeah, he can get the super max up to a value of 178 if he earns all NBA first, second, or third team, or if he's named MVP. Probably won't get the MVP, but I can very well see him making a first, second, or third team all NBA if he plays all season.
Because he was better than DeAndre Jordan last year in those 31 games. And DeAndre made, I want to say, second or third team.
Yeah, exactly. So if he stay healthy, if Joel Embiid gets $178 million in 31 games, that's tight. That's tight.
You know what that shit is? That's going to the table when you know you got all the leverage. All of it.
Yeah.
They sit there and say, oh, well, now, you need to prove it. Cool. No problem. Because somebody going to offer $250 next summer when I'm restricted. You going to match it? What's up?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Process, right?
Yeah. They ain't have no choice. None whatsoever. He took advantage of his leverage and got broke off.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said on the radio today, they said this is the most money paid to a social media manager ever. I almost died because that's all he's been. That's
31 games and a beast on Twitter.
That's it.
Got him 148 million. Shout out to MD.
All right, you see these comments about Lamar.
They should have put him in the Savage Award of the week.
We should have put his agent in there. His agent was a Savage.
Yeah.
Okay, you see these comments from LaMarcus Aldridge in regards to him and Popovich talking. I'm asking you a simple question. What can Greg Popovich do about LaMarcus Aldridge not having no heart?
Nothing.
Nothing at all. If I was him and he walked in my office, I need to talk to you, coach. Man, if you don't get your heartless ass up out of here and go work on them post moves.
If I would been man, hold on, let me handle some shit right quick.
What?
Fuck you.
You can't teach heart, people. You can't. And he got exposed last year. When Paul Pierce, who's 78 years old, was on the jump and said, I wouldn't trade me for LaMarcus Aldridge right now. I wouldn't take him.
A former All-Star. That's bad when people talk about you like that. And he ain't old.
No. He might be 31, 32. He might be. He got exposed last year, though. And you can't teach hard. I don't know how you're going to come back from that.
We're going to have a rebirth this year, man. Because Spurs going to need in order to keep pace.
Because this is last year under contract. He's done. Well, you know what? No, he's not. Because he has an opt-out this summer. He ain't going to leave that money on the table. Who else going to pay him?
Nah.
Who else? So, yeah, he'll be a Spur for the next 2 years. Okay, Kevin McHale was on the open court on TNT, NBA TV, and he said that James Harden wasn't the leader. And James Harden came out, called him a clown, said all this other stuff. I find it hard to believe because I didn't see leadership qualities from James Harden, quite frankly. Not really.
I was going to say, is he lying?
I didn't see it. And I'm like, he was coaching them for what, 2-3 years? Maybe longer. I didn't see it. But, of course, Mike D'Antoni, dumbass, come up right behind him. Oh, he was great for me. I was coach of the year off of him.
Mike D'Antoni full of shit.
He's the clown. But you know what?
Out of all this, and he's made the league what it is.
But you know what I can't wait to see? I can't wait to see, probably about game 30, 35, somewhere around there, when Chris Paul finally blows up on them.
Oh, what's going to happen?
It's coming. When he blows up on both of them, D'Antoni for not coaching no defense, Harden for playing no defense, it's going to happen. Y'all brought the wrong dude down there for y'all to be lazy and shoot all them damn threes. You're going to learn.
You are going to learn with Chris Paul. He's going to nut punch everybody in the huddle.
Everybody. Make them line up and do it. It's going to happen. Mike D'Antoni is a sucker, man. He just –
one thing that because I did read some of McHale's other comments, and he was saying, you know, James is a good scorer, blah, 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 all of that. But when we get into the locker room, there was times when James was telling people to play defense, and they was looking at him like, yeah, right. Who are you?
He don't play defense.
Like, you know, McHale was pretty much saying, you know, when he's not a person when he talks, people listen. So bottom line, you the highest paid player, you the best player on the team, and when you talk, nobody listen. Nah, you ain't the leader.
Would you have came into camp listening after he quit in the playoffs? I wouldn't have. Not at all.
Right.
And all that showed me as a player is basically, you know, okay, well, y'all gonna support his bullshit, basically. But we'll find out.
As long as Mike D'Antoni there, yeah. But like you said, something gonna happen because Chris Paul ain't gonna have that shit.
They're gonna lock up. It might not be in public, but they will lock up.
Yeah.
They will.
It's gonna be some feelings hurt.
And they still the third best team in the West, maybe fourth. I don't like that team at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that.
All righty. Oh, I ain't gonna let your ass off the hook. I'm gonna give it to you Thursday, but I do believe I won the 5 head-to-heads.
Oh, that's all good. You did. I mean, you swept those 5 games, but it made it all better last night, getting that fantasy W.
You know what? Let's end this.
You was right there. You was 1 point down. I'm like, damn, they get like one more sack or some shit. And it's possible with Trubisky back there.
I was expecting different.
And then they ran a fake punt for a touchdown.
Right. I turned that shit off after that.
You know what? Even when they did that, I was like, okay, that's only gonna bring them down a couple points. That's why I brought you down. Like you was down by like 10. I was like, oh yeah, okay, I'm good now.
I expected more from that damn defense in that game, but Trubisky looks solid. He'll be all right. I mean, shout out to Mike Glennon too. You get to hold a clipboard for $18 million this year. Shout out to him.
John Fox is still a fucking idiot though.
Oh, he's an idiot. Idiot.
He's an idiot. And number 88, they tight end. You suck.
Oh, okay. Before we get out of here, no, we gotta go. You noticed that the Bengals have been playing much better, right? When they made that change in OC.
Okay.
Just imagine they won 2 in a row, I believe. Just imagine how much better they'd be if they had another coach. Marvin Lewis might keep that job. I don't understand why. I swear I don't understand why.
We have to figure out what he has on them. We gotta figure that out. And how can we work it to our advantage also?
Exactly.
He's got some pertinent information on there.
All righty.
We're going to get up out of here, man. Again, we always appreciate y'all listening to us on the Spreaker platform. Again, that's Spreaker, Spreaker. Go search for AA Sports, Straight Sports No Chaser. You'll find us there. Tap that little heart, give us some love. Also hit the star so you can subscribe to the show. And you get emails when we automatically when we download a new episode. Also, YouTube channel is always up and popping. Catch us there at AA Sportscast and also on our IG and Twitter and Facebook pages as well. Hey, tell them where to reach you at on social media.
You can reach me at RK6000. Holla at me. I talk sports.
All right. You can always catch myself at Diego Barish on the Twitter. Again, we are AA Sports, baby. Straight sports, no chaser. We're going to get out of here for the night. We'll see y'all on Thursday. Eagles, Panthers coming up on Thursday. It's going to be a good game. The winner will probably round out my Power 5, but we're going to see how that goes. We'll release that and our picks. So, for Uncle Hate, 6 foot on the post-up champ, for the boy Diego Barista, call for Black Dominican Russian. Again, AA Sports, baby. Straight sports, no chaser. We'll holler at y'all in 48 hours. Peace.